Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I make food and fitness content, and if you're not new here, welcome to the channel. So for this week's video, I feel like I've literally woken up. It's currently Monday morning. I am full of like pep, optimism and motivation for this new week ahead. Like somebody has given me a new lease of life. I think it's off the back of being ill last week, but I feel like it's just given me such good rest. Like I would never wish being ill upon myself or anyone else, but I do feel like it really forced me to slow down and actually focus on rest and recovery, and I'm feeling so well rested this week. I'm so ready to jump into my whole training plan. So I will be competing my first triathlon next Sunday. I am so excited because you only experience your first ever triathlon once, and I just feel like there's nerves, but there's also excitement. There's like anticipation of like not knowing what's gonna come, and I'm just feeling like all of the good vibes towards it. But that does mean this week is my last full intense week of training, because next week is gonna be a bit of a deload / maintenance week. So I have 7.5 hours worth of training to get done this week. It is going to be a very, very intense week for me. So that means that I need to be performing at my best, fueling at my best, and just keeping the spirits high, because low motivation cannot come into play when you have 10 training sessions to get done. So I thought for this week's video, I would take you along for some of my training sessions, but I'm also going to be showing you guys what I'm eating to fuel my training. So high protein, high carb, filling, nutritious meals is the aim of the game. I have actually started working with a nutritionist, which is really exciting. Recently, I just have not been eating to perform my best, and I am demanding a lot of my body at the moment. Like I am trying to make it do a lot of things that it's not used to. I'm trying to make it do a lot of endurance sport. In order to do those things and perform well, I need to be nailing my fuel. Like if you are not nailing your fueling, you cannot be expecting your body to do things you want it to do. And I have been working with a coach for my triathlon. I don't know if I mentioned this, but obviously what do I know about swimming and cycling? Absolutely nothing. So I did enlist the help of a coach. So I have been working with a coach throughout this process to help me schedule and sort out my sessions, because I genuinely would have been lost without him. Like I don't know what I would have been doing. So I've been working with Explosive Endurance, and they also work with a nutritionist. So it kind of just worked out perfectly, because I was struggling a little bit with my nutrition, and my coach was like, listen, go and speak to this nutritionist coach and just see if it clicks, if it works, and then if so, just work with them. It's given me a big kick up the butt for my nutrition. So this week for me, a huge focus is on fueling my body properly. And I thought while I'm doing that, I can share with you guys the types of meals that I'm gonna be eating to do that, which is exciting. But first thing this morning, I'm heading off to do a strength session. I've got my strength session. I'm going to be following that up with a 30-minute session on the bike. I would definitely prefer to be doing my bike session outside. However, seeing as I'm in the gym and it's just a zone 2 heart rate bike session, I just thought I'm just going to plonk myself on that bike, put some good music on and get the 30 minutes just bashed out. But first things first, fuel. I'm going to be having some food before that gym session, because it does look like it's going to be a bit of a lengthy one at the moment. I'm going to be having, this isn't going to be any surprise to anyone because I have these all the time, but I'm just going to be having a bagel. I'm going to pop some banana and some honey on top. This is one of my favorite things to eat before I do any big session. I don't tend to focus too much on protein first thing in the morning. I tend to just focus that on my meals later in the day. So I am back in scale jail. We're back in food scale jail, purely because working with this nutritionist, he wants to basically make sure that I am hitting everything like I say I am, and the most accurate way to do that and to know that I am doing it myself is to weigh my food and track it in on my Fitness Pal. So he's given me calories and macros that I need to be hitting. So as of recently, my calories are sat at 2,315, and that is made up of 155 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, so a lot of carbs, we love that, and 55 grams of fat. And those are the totals that I need to be hitting every day. To be honest, tracking my food comes fairly naturally to me. I literally tracked my food for like, I'm gonna say like 5 or 6 years of my life, which was a little bit crazy. But I take breaks from it every now and then, so I feel like I have a very healthy relationship with it. It's definitely not something you should do if you feel like you have a bad relationship with food. This works for me, but tracking food may not work for you, so definitely don't feel like just because I'm doing it, it's something that you need to be doing. It's just, yeah, beneficial for me in this current phase that I'm in. And then a drizzle of honey. And this is my pre-strength training meal. the gym. That was such a good workout. Doing 30 minutes on the bike afterwards as well was like perfect, tying it all in together. It was a very hot and sweaty 30 minutes on that bike, but I mean, you're literally about to see by the state of my top. This is from like walking home as well. Nice, love that. But feeling good, endorphins are flowing. I just love like still getting to incorporate strength in the week, because like I'm not a massive like gymmy girl. Like I don't, if you told me to go to the gym 5 days a week, like I'm not gonna go. Fitness journey's out the window. I'm not doing it. But doing it once a week just kind of like scratches the itch of it for me, and I get to like go and be in the gym environment. But I now don't have to do it again for 6 days, which is absolutely perfect. So usually I would shower and then I would eat. But guys, like the time is of the essence. I'm absolutely bloody starving. So I'm gonna make breakfast, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm having for breakfast, just for a little bit of breakfast inspiration. I'm gonna make like a breakfast hash. The envisionment might be different to the presentation, but just know it's gonna have carbs, it's gonna have fats, it's gonna have proteins, and it's gonna be everything I need in this exact moment. Phase 1 of this recipe, also please excuse, I have been in the queue for Fred Again tickets for this Friday for 53 minutes, and I've gone down from 61,000 and I'm currently 4,751. So will there be any tickets left? Who knows, but please excuse if I just suddenly start screaming and squealing because I need to buy these tickets. But first thing we're gonna do is slice up 250 grams of new potato. I am just slicing these into pieces, just like this. Okay, I'm gonna be using my air fryer for this just because it makes the potatoes the best. I'm just gonna line it with some foil first before adding in the potatoes. In you go. I'm gonna take some fry-like spray and just give them a quick coat of that. Then for seasoning, let's see what we have in the cupboard. I'm gonna use some pepper and of course some salt. Then I'm gonna go in with some paprika. I'm also gonna add some garlic powder in there. I think that'll be me done. I'm just give them a really good little shake. And now I'm just gonna pop them on in the air fryer. I'm probably gonna pop them on for about 25 minutes. You mean nothing to me. You know what? It sounds great. Let's go with that. I'm gonna do 25 minutes. Maybe I should have paid attention to the temperature, because those potatoes have been in there for 10 minutes and they're basically done. So I'm gonna crack, whisk and scramble 3 eggs now, and then all I'm gonna do is just fry these off in a pan. I sadly did not end up getting Fred Again tickets. I was in that queue for 55 minutes. I mean, we could have got tickets, but they wouldn't have been floor tickets, and I feel like if I'm gonna go see Fred Again, I want to be on the floor. So I'm just gonna load all the potatoes up on the base of the plate. I only had these in for 15 minutes altogether in the end. And then I'm just gonna pop my eggs on top. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of guacamole on the top here. Finally, I just chopped up some fresh cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna add some chipotle peppers and also some Cholula. This honestly has taken absolutely no time, and it's gonna be so tasty, and it's gonna make me feel so good from the inside. No processed fatties, just protein, carbs, some good fats, and some veggies on top. And this is this morning's breakfast plate. I'll pop all the calories and macros on the side so you guys can see. Morning, guys. Also, like, can we just, like, what is this? Like, this thing on my forehead is just like it's not a vibe. It's really annoying me. So let's just ignore the thing that I've just drawn lots of attention to. But good morning, it is now Tuesday. It is not really my morning. I have been up for 4 hours. I've already done a workout today. So I had a strength and conditioning workout on my plan this week, but I decided to go do an F45 class with my friend instead this morning, because it's basically the same thing. So now I'm on session 2 of the day, which is a swim session. Me and swimming have just, you know, I felt like maybe I would grow to love swimming. It's not happened yet. I feel terrified about this session. This is an endurance session. This is a very new session to me. I'm gonna be doing some of my longest unbroken swims ever within this session. So I'm gonna be doing like a pyramid set. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film because the weather is a bit gross in LA today, so I'm going to the inside pool, so I probably won't be able to get any footage inside of the swim session. So I thought I'd just share with you guys what I'm gonna be doing. This lovely little pyramid set that I'm doing. So I'm basically gonna be doing 50 meters break, 100 meters break, 200 meters break, 300 meters break, and then I work my way back down. So for the actual triathlon, I'm gonna be doing 500 meters. So this is a 300 meter unbroken swim, which is, I think, maybe the longest I would have done. I am genuinely like a little bit petrified about the swim. I feel like that's kind of the part that's like super unknown and giving me like a fair bit of anxiety, especially because it's in the open water. I think it's not, I'm not scared of the swimming, I'm scared of the open water, but I'm doing open water swims next week to practice before the triathlon. So hopefully once I've done it, I might like get in and be like, oh, this isn't as scary as I thought. However, why is my TikTok For You feed showing me shark attacks? The timing is impeccable and I actually feel like I'm being terrorized by my TikTok feed right now, but just trying to put that to the back of my mind, focus on what's in front of us, and that is the pyramid session today and also food. So I did actually pre-prep some oats yesterday. So I'm gonna be having 50 grams of oats. These are overnight oats, so they're gonna be cold oats. 50 grams of oats. I've got some milk and I've also got 15 grams of protein powder in here, but I'm gonna add some fruit. I'm gonna pop some raspberries on and a strawberry or two. There we go. This is gonna be my pre-swim meal. That was the toughest swim I've done. You guys know I'm comfortable with you because I literally just filmed this whole clip and my boob was out the whole time. And I've already had my nipples out once in the past 4 weeks on YouTube, and we're not doing that again. I still have yet to put that video back up because I'm just traumatized. I'm just so scared I'm gonna miss another clip again and my nipple's gonna be out there on the internet. Anyway, the swim. I'm really proud of that swim. It was definitely tough endurance-wise. I could feel it in my upper body. I think that's also a combination of both strength days I've done yesterday and today back to back. I can tell I wake up at 5:30 this morning to train. I'm feeling super tired. But I'm thinking that 300 meters that I did felt good. So I just need to be able to do that next week, plus 200 meters in the open water. That is something that I can only mentally prepare for, and that's what I need to do. And today's session definitely helped me feel a little bit more confident. So that is some good mental preparation. But I'll join you guys. I think the next thing you're joining for will probably be a lunchtime. Lunchtime! So it's still swim and F45 day. We're still on Tuesday, but I'm gonna throw together a really quick lunch. This is literally one of my favorite lunches in the world. It's so simple. It's a lazy girl lunch. It's just so tasty. I don't know why it feels like a treat. I guess basically what I'm making is like a deconstructed sushi bowl, and I feel like they always feel like a treat because sushi is like my favorite thing, but genuinely this takes absolutely no work at all. So no excuses from anyone, even if you only have like 10-20 minutes to make lunch. All I'm doing for the beginning portion of this recipe is literally frying these off. Okay, so the prawns are basically nearly cooked, so what I'm gonna do is add in my kind of like sauce / seasoning. I'm just gonna do this in the pan because it's so much easier. I'm gonna add in 10 grams of honey and the equivalent of 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, as well as some paprika and some garlic. And then I'm just gonna make sure all the prawns are completely coated. Okay, now I'm gonna piece everything together. So I've got some sticky rice here. I'm not gonna lie, I did cheat because time is of the essence sometimes, and I've just used some packet sticky rice. You can buy and cook sushi rice. I do normally like to do that. However, it just takes a long time, and if you haven't pre-prepped it, this is just a speedier way. And I do love a packet rice because it does cut down about 25 minutes cooking time. I'm gonna add my prawns to that. For veggies, I'm gonna add some chopped up carrots, chopped up cucumber. I've got some edamame beans here. One of my favorite things in the world, just as like a snack generally, is these seaweed packets. I actually first got onto these last year when I was in the US, and I just hooked on them. Also, they're really fun because like you can almost make little sushi rolls with these. For the finishing touch, I'm gonna add some sriracha sauce just across all of it. And that took me 15 minutes to make all together, and that is lunch. Let me show you a close up. This is my deconstructed sushi bowl. Good morning, guys. It is a run morning this morning. I'm so excited. We're gonna head off and we're gonna tick off 14 beautiful and joyful and fun kilometers this morning. I'm gonna be doing 10 kilometers at a 6 minute per kilometer pace, and then I'm gonna be doing 4 at my like race pace for race day next week, which is a 5:20 per kilometer pace. I'm kind of predicting I'm gonna be running faster than that on the race day. However, I have never swum, cycled and run all 3 together. I've only ever biked and then run, and when I did that last week I did manage to do a 4:57 per kilometer pace after the bike, but again, adding swimming in there, maybe a 5:20 is more reasonable and more realistic. But I know me, I know what I'm like, and I know that on the day I'm not going to stick to a pace. I'm just going to try and get those 6 kilometers done as quickly as possible because running is definitely my strongest part of the whole triathlon. But anyway, this is the running outfit for the day. I've got the My Protein front zip top. I love wearing this for running. It's one of my favorite running tops. And then I've got an Honor Active sports bra. This is like a double sports bra. It's absolutely great for running. I've then got some Honor Active shorts on, and I'm going to be wearing some Oakleys that I very kindly got gifted by Crop Shop Boutique when I went to an event with them the other week. I literally opened that gifting bag and I was like, Oakleys? Insane. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for this morning's run. Let's not chat too much. Gonna put my headphones in, put some music on, settle into a nice 6 minute per kilometer pace, and get these 14 kilometers done.
I feel like whenever I run, I have those days where either I have to run and it's like, oh, or you have those days where you get to run and you just go out and you're like, wow, I feel so grateful to be out running and my body's able to like push really hard. So I'm definitely having a get to run day, but I kind of almost need to have the mindset of I have to run. So I'm reeling it back in a little bit. Not chosen the most scenic route today. It's a little bit grey and a little bit concrete. Running along this path because I just get to look at the houses that I want to live in. I did actually like Zillow, which is basically like Rightmove for the US, Zillow them, and I think some of these are about, I think it's like 40,000 a month to rent these houses. So if you ever see me on one of those, you know I've made it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I might have fucked it. I think I might have gone too hard in the beginning, and now somehow I'm gonna have energy for this like 5:20 per kilometer pace on the last 4k. Not really feeling that way right now. Okay guys, I'm coming up to 10k. I definitely have settled now into my 6 minute per kilometer pace, but I should have been doing that a long time ago because now I feel like it's going to be really tough on these last 4 kilometers. But you know, I kind of dug myself into this grave. I need to dig myself out of it. And I see sometimes I watch these vlogs back and I'm like, Holly, you are literally about to die. I'm literally vlogging as I'm crossing the road, which is so stupid. But yeah, I'm gonna probably chat to you guys when I get back because I feel like this last 4 kilometers is going to be in the pain cave and me having to push, so not going to be prime filming time. I could really do without the noise right now, please. Oh my god. Guys. I'm going inside. I am absolutely toast. Wow, that one hit me hard. That one really hit me hard. I'm not gonna lie, I just sat on my balcony for like 10 minutes, like, and chugged like a whole litre of squash in that time. Oh my goodness, that last 4 kilometers. Like, I know what I did wrong. I went out way too quick. If you look at my splits, you can see that at the beginning I was doing like a 5:45, which is basically near to the pace I was supposed to be doing at the end, which is really silly. I think I just felt really good and I couldn't, my Apple Watch was really annoying me during that. I couldn't get it onto the watch face where it told me my current pace. It just told me my average pace and I was like, well, that's not very helpful. With those runs, you have to like think. Also, does anyone else get a bit itchy if they get a bit sweaty? Like, I always have this and then I like need to go and shower. Ugh, gross. Anyway, my Apple Watch has literally been great for the past like, how many months have I been using it? Like 4 or 5 months. Just in that moment, it was really getting on my nerves. But anyway, I managed to dig so deep on those last 4 kilometers. Like, it's funny because that's the difference of like your body being tired. At the beginning, I was running like 5:40 and I was like, this feels great. And then at the end I was doing 5:30 and I was like, this feels like I'm sprinting. Like, it felt so tough, but my body was just worn out from the 10 kilometers I'd already done. What I was doing during that, because I think if you're doing a tempo run like that, it can feel so overwhelming when you start running at a quicker pace and you're like, oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna be able to hold this for the next 4 kilometers. You have to run each kilometer individually. In that moment, I just kept saying to myself, okay, right, you've got a kilometer to do at 5:30. Can you get this kilometer done? And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And then by the time that kilometer's done, it's like, okay, right, we've got 1 more here. Can we do this? Yeah, I can do it. And then by the last one, you know what the answer was? No, I can't do it, but I have to do it. So I'm just gonna do it because it's the last kilometer. So that's just like a good mindset tip that is helpful for tempo training. But if you can't tell, I'm like slowly sinking to the bottom of the frame here because I need to stretch out my body and then I'm gonna get myself in the shower and I'm gonna carry on with the rest of my day. It's morning, guys. First of all, every time I put this like onesie on my body, I just feel like I could take over the world. This is like the Honor Active all-in-one and it has me in such a chokehold. I've literally just made a whole video about it because I'm so obsessed with it. But good morning, guys. It's not quite my morning. I have got up and done a bike session already. I'll pop in some clips as I speak you guys through it because I was like, there's no point me doing a whole good morning intro just to take you to the gym and show you minimal of my workout because I was literally plonked on that bike for about 45 minutes. So I was doing a micro burst session on the bike, which basically means sprints essentially. So I started with a quick warm up. I did 10 minutes just getting my body moving, and then I did 4 rounds of 15-second sprints followed by a 4-minute easy cycle. Then I did 4 rounds of 20-second sprints followed by a 4-minute break, and then I did 4 rounds of 25-second sprints. I am technically heading off to do a second session, but it's not on my plan and it's not really a second session. I'm going to an event and there's Pilates at the event, so I'm going to be doing Pilates at the event later, which is why I'm dressed in my favorite Pilates princess outfit. The one thing I did want to chat to you guys about before I head off to that Pilates princess session is supplements, because a massive part of what I'm working my nutritionist on is to get my supplements right, because like I've said a million times throughout this vlog, like I'm trying to work on my performance, and helping myself from the inside out is going to help me do that. So you guys know I have electrolytes every single morning. Now something new is happening. I'm trying something new. So this again was recommended to me by
my coach, and let's just have a little chat about this, because creatine, I feel like, was a huge buzz in the fitness world last year. And that's not me saying it's a trending product, because it's definitely not just a trending product. Like, it is a product with so many huge benefits, and so many people within the fitness industry I know take it. But it trended because I think girls were basically kind of inferring that, like, if you take creatine, it's going to help you get jacked or shredded. That was kind of like the trend that was going on last year. So I know loads of people jumped on the creatine hype, and I personally never bought into that. So I've never taken creatine religiously. I did go through a phase last year when I was with a PT when I started taking it, but then I get a bit lazy sometimes, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I am back on the creatine hype, and that is for a few specific reasons. Number one, creatine isn't just for if you want to be a muscle mummy. If you do research, creatine is actually incredible for endurance athletes. So if you are a runner, taking creatine can be really beneficial to your performance. And my coach has basically said you need to be taking creatine every single morning. So that is why I'm on the creatine hype now, and I'm excited to see if it does help, because like I said, it has so many benefits. I'm not going to sit here and list them all to you, because to be honest, I can't remember all of them. But if you do a little bit of research, it's great. Like, it's such a great product. So this is now going to be going in my morning electrolytes. I'm taking 5 grams every morning. I'm still having L-glutamine every day as well in my electrolytes. I'm going to pop that in. You guys will have known that I was adding collagen in as well. Collagen is out because creatine is in, basically. I can't be doing 3 different powders in my drink every morning. That's just, in my head, it's just like too much, and I would never want to recommend like that much to you guys, because it seems excessive. And actually, off the back of me taking collagen, I did do like a fair amount of research, and you get a lot of collagen through, that wasn't even a gram. Surely not. Okay, there we go. You get a lot of collagen through your diet anyway, so it's not super beneficial to be taking it in a supplement. Like, it's not going to do any harm. It might do some good in the very, very long run, but I would just prefer to be putting creatine in my drink at the moment and focusing on that. As well as that, I'm still taking all my vitamins that I usually take as well. Those have actually really become second nature for me. I think I spoke to you guys about this before, but habit stacking is the best way that I found to include all of my vitamins. Oh my god, yeah, you can't taste it at all. Okay, fun. But this is day 1 of me trying creatine, so I feel like in a month's time will probably be a good time for me to do an update with you guys. I'm not going to do an update in like a week, because realistically, nothing happens in a week. We'll have to give it at least 4 to 6 weeks. I will include some clips from the Pilates class in this, just so you guys can see me suffer for fun.
And 8, and 7, and 6, good. Also go your own pace. If I'm going a little too fast for you, slow it down. Whatever works, stay in a child's pose. Again, whatever feels good for you. 7, 6, and 5, and 4. Like straight back up. Together, legs together. But if that goes too much into your low back, keep your legs up a little bit higher. Good. And 7, and 6. And good job, guys.
I'm back, and it's actually lunchtime, so I thought I would just show you guys what I'm going to be making for lunch today, because again, it's another super quick, super easy, high protein meal. I have been craving like a Nando's Fino Pitta for the longest amount of time. I mean, literally since I stepped foot in the US, I've been craving Nando's, but obviously we don't have it here. So I'm gonna be making myself a like chicken and halloumi pitta. I'm just gonna chop up some yellow pepper first, just like this, and I'm just gonna pop these to one side. I do also have some pre-chopped up onions I'm gonna be using. Now I'm gonna be dicing up 120 grams of chicken, just in like nice pitta-sized slices. If you can't tell, I'm going at 100 miles an hour because I feel absolutely ravenous now after that. Next up, we're going to be seasoning our chicken. So I'm going to grab my chicken and pop it in with this bowl. And I'm just going to be coating it with some Nando's garlic medium sauce. I'm so grateful that I found this out here in the US. And I'm literally just going to cover that and then whip it in a pan and fry it all off. Okay, so now my chicken's fried off, I'm going to add in my peppers and my onions. I'm going to add in some pepper seasoning as well. So now all of this is a little bit cooked, I'm also going to add my halloumi in and just like fry that off amongst everything. Pita bread, toasted. I'm just going to slice this in half. I really miss those like Warburton's halves. Come on, this is really tiny, but I'm gonna, am I even gonna be able to fill these with anything? I'll try. Sour cream, coriander, and I'm gonna take my teeny tiny pockets and fill that with as much as I possibly can. Now I'm gonna add some sour cream to each one. You know what would be absolutely incredible in this? If you do have it, add it. Chili jam, the Nando's chili jam. That is one thing that I cannot seem to get a hold of while I'm out here. And these are my lunchtime chicken fajita pizza pockets. And I do still have a little bit left that I'm just gonna have
just on the side over here anyway. Good morning, guys. It is definitely a good morning because I did have a teeny tiny bit of a lay-in this morning, but I'm currently throwing together some oats. I've got 60 grams of oats. I'm putting a dairy milk little bar with them. Lucy bought me these from the UK when she came over and they're so good. I'm gonna have some raspberries and a strawberry, I think. My strawberries have basically gone off, that's why I'm only having one, because I think there's only one edible one in the whole punnet right now. So yeah, I had a bit of a slower start to my morning today. It's currently 8:45, so I'm gonna have these, and then it is in fact a double training day. I feel like honestly this week has just been, it's really taking its toll on me. Like I'm definitely feeling tired, but I'm gonna have these oats. I'm gonna have these oats minus one of the raspberries that I just dropped on the floor. And then, oh my goodness, this morning's run session does not look fun. Even though I'm sentencing myself to death by doing this running session in the sun and the heat, at least the running fit is cute. So I've got like a lovely little Gymshark. It's like a 2-in-1 bra. Then I've got some khaki gym plus coffee running shorts. I've been wearing these since, literally since I started running. Like genuinely, I think these shorts, this style of short was the first ever short that I wore when I went for a run, and I did my first ever half marathon with gym plus coffee too, which is really cute. And then I've got Asics on, Oakley radars, Whoop, Apple Watch, which is gonna comply today. I've programmed my session in. So speaking of session, oh my God, I'm scared. So I'm doing a 2-kilometer warm up at a 6 minute per kilometer pace. Then this is a threshold run. So I'm going into 3 10-minute splits. Each 10 minutes, I need to be running at a 5 minute per kilometer pace. That's quite fast. That's kind of scary to me. And I have to do it 3 times, and I get a quick break in between for 3 minutes where I get to run at a 5:45 per kilometer pace. That sounds very confusing, but it's all programmed in on my watch, and I'll pop it on my Strava and everything like that. I'm nervous, I'm scared, but it'll be fun. And I'm excited to run in the sun, even though it probably is gonna be a little bit hot and sweaty. So I'm just gonna get a quick warm up done, and we'll get out there. Get sprinting down that beach. Now I've got my first 10-minute push. 10 minutes. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Oh my God. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I can confirm I'm not recovered, but my recovery time is up, so 10 more minutes. Oh my God. I just need a minute. Halfway through the second push. Oh my God. I've got 4 more minutes left of this push. I can do it, I can do it, I can do hard things, I can do this. Let's go, 4 minutes. I push through. Oh my God, so hard. Hi, do you have water? Okay, it doesn't matter that we stopped, it just matters that we keep going. I've got my recovery run, then one more split, then a cool down run. Oh fuck. I did it! Okay, I'm so proud of myself. That was the toughest 30 minutes of running I've done in such a long time. And now I've just got a lovely 2-kilometer recovery run to do to get home. I need to apologise. I don't know what was going through my head then, but I filmed all of that the wrong way, so I am really sorry. If that format was really annoying. I finished and I was like, I'm doing a YouTube video, I'm not filming a TikTok. I mean, I guess now I have both, which is bloody great, but I'm just having some squash with some ice and some water and some creatine, because I forgot to take my creatine this morning. I mean, what more is there to say? That was probably one of the hardest running sessions I have done ever, actually, I would say ever. I was kind of reflecting then and I was like, my running journey, obviously this year, out of injury, I was doing just easy runs because that is all I felt like my body was capable of doing. So I feel like my running journey kind of has felt fairly like easy, I guess, in terms this year. Like I've done a few long distance runs, I've not done anything over a half marathon. And like, I'm not saying that that is actually easy, I'm just saying for me and the amount that I'm usually able to physically push, I've had to take it easier for my personal journey. I just want to make that really clear that I'm not saying like a half marathon is easy. I'm just saying like for me personally, like I've been doing my runs at my own easy pace, taking them super slow, as I should have because of my injury, but I feel like my training has really ramped up over the past few weeks and I feel like I'm kind of like running up my potential now, even though that was so tough and I had to stop and I was really struggling. Like I'm pulling my potential out of me, I think is what I'm trying to say. It's like I feel like I'm working towards being the strong runner that like I really want to be. So yeah, feeling good. I mean, I wasn't feeling good, but I'm feeling good now. But I've got my little stretchy stretch mat over there and I'm gonna do my stretchy stretch and then I'm gonna shower and then I'm gonna have some food and then me and you are gonna go swimming. Oh dear God. I don't know what I'm doing today, but I obviously keep forgetting that I'm vlogging because I didn't even recheck in with you guys after I'd stretched. So I'm at the pool now, if you can't tell from my lovely swimsuit that I've got on. So I am actually being a really sensible girl today and I have 2 swim sessions left for the week and one
is a drill session and one is a really fun splish splash like lap session. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, Gia, how fun it sounds to just like splish splash right now and just like switch off, just do laps. However, I am going to a friend's birthday on Saturday, probably gonna have a couple of drinks. What am I not gonna wanna do on Sunday when I have to at least do one swim session is do pool drills. So I'm doing the pool drills today, and future me is gonna thank me for doing this in this moment. So let me read you guys my session, because again, it's just a bit awkward. Sometimes I can film at the pool if it's not that busy. If it's busy, I don't really like doing it. I'm doing 4 times 50 meters warm up with the pool boy between my legs. Then the main set, I'm going into 4 rounds of 50 meters 6-1-6 drills. So 6-1-6 drills are kicking your leg 6 times and then 1 arm stroke, and then kicking your leg 6 times and then 1 arm stroke. That's all there really is to say about that. And then I'm going into 5 rounds of 25 meter sprints with a 45-second rest. I really like doing those. I quite like sprinting, like swimming as quick as possible. It might not be that quick, but I quite like trying to swim as quick as possible. And then I've just got 25 meters of breaststroke to do. So it's not that crazy. It's probably gonna take me about 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm gonna head back and get some pasta in my system. I've decided that is what I need for lunch. I need some pasta. I'm thinking like a beef taco pasta. Also, just quickly before I do go in and swim, I'm going to show you guys this photo of my back. These are my tan lines from that run / Jamaica. Still have those Jamaica tan lines, but these are the new tan lines that I've just developed from today's run in the sun. Love that for me. Probably going to get even worse ones now. Guys, the outside pool is shut until 3. I'm really sad because the weather's so nice. I really wanted to like utilize it and get swimming outside. A little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm going to drive to the indoor pool, which will hopefully be open, just because I just need to get the session out of the way. I can't be waiting until 3 o'clock to swim today. It is definitely a good morning today, because today is brick day. I don't know why, but so far bricks have definitely been my favorite. I just feel like they're just so fun because I get to do my cycle, but then I get to do my run afterwards, which I just like really love. And also sadistically, I just love like how fucked it makes me feel. Like I feel like my legs literally go numb, and it's like the worst, but also like the funnest sensation to like push on, because you get off the bike and you're running and your body is like, I can't do this, but then mentally you're like, but I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna push. And today is actually the longest brick that I ever would have done, so it's gonna be a pretty intense one. I did wake up super early. I went to bed. It's currently Saturday morning. Last night was my Friday evening. You know, there are a few plans being thrown around in the mix, like drinks here, potentially going to see Fred again. Guess what I did? I went to bed at 8:30 p.m. I was in bed at 8:30 p.m. because I was exhausted. Like all of this training is no joke. Like my body is definitely not used to this volume of training. I'm sure you guys have seen from this week, like I don't think I've ever really done a week where I've done this much. Like double days are kind of like a normal thing, and like this is peak week before the triathlon, so it's expected. But yeah, I was wiped out at 4 o'clock yesterday. I was lying on my sofa and my eyes were going, and I was like, I could just go to bed now. And I was like, you can't go to bed now, Holly, like that is too sad. So I did head out, I had a pokeball for dinner, I watched some Bridgerton, and then I got myself to bed, and I was awake at 6:30 this morning, which was absolutely beautiful. It is such a stunning day. That's, I think, again, why I'm so excited for this. So I've had my oats, I've had my electrolytes, I've had my creatine. I'm packing my bag currently because I'm still not 100% confident with my cleats, which is fine, like I'm gonna get there. But basically the area I live isn't like on the beachfront. Like you have to kind of walk like to the beachfront, and in order to cycle to the beachfront there's a few different sets of traffic lights, and it's on the road, and I'm just not there with my cleats yet. I don't really feel comfortable to be on the road, so I've got the bike in the back of my car. We're gonna drive down to the beach, and then I'm gonna do my brick from the car park on the beach, just so I don't have to, you know, stop at any red traffic lights and potentially fall off and hurt myself. So I'm just gonna pack my bag up. I love this. I would literally wear this out and about if I could. I feel like I really love and enjoy like an all-in-one anyway. So getting to wear one for sport is just the best thing. So it's an Honor Active bra, 2XU, and then I have got some very bright Pure Sport socks on. This is my current setup for my bike. These are my cleats. I didn't even know how to do that last week, but I just do that. Okay, so I've got an hour and 20 to do on the bike first. This is on the flip side. Guys, I just went to go and guess what I've forgotten? My fucking
fucking Apple Watch. Me and this Apple Watch are not friends this week. It's going to be recorded from Strava on my phone, which isn't going to be the most accurate, and it's a little bit frustrating, but silly girl left on charge. Okay team, I'm just coming up to half an hour on the bike. I'm having the best bike ride ever. I road cycled in my cleats because I was like, oh, I don't want to just go up and down the boardwalk, because I did that last week. So I cycled all the way down to Marina Del Rey, and the weather is just so nice. This is genuinely like one of those cycles where I'm just cycling around like in awe. Oh my god, I'm back. Guys, oh my goodness, I'm trapped. It is hot as balls. Let me get these bad boys off, but good cycle. I nearly fell off once, so you know, I was like, oh, I was on the road. That's why I didn't film anything afterwards, because it did like shake me up a little bit. I just was turning at a junction, so I had to like stop and unclip, and I just forgot to unclip. I like unclipped one of my feet, but then I leaned to the other side and I nearly went down, nearly hit the pavement. I literally like unclipped both my feet because I caught myself, and just like got off my bike and walked to the side. I was like, I'm not getting back on in the middle of the road. I was like, I'm gonna walk to the side. So I was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, I'm just, and I knew it. But yeah, I did 28.9 kilometers on the bike. That was a long bike ride. Like, I have just covered the whole coast. 5Ks. I can do this. So halfway. Guys, I'm dying. I'm dying in the heat. Oh my god. I can't believe I actually made it out of that alive. Like, I wonder what my heart rate was. I went off way too quick. I feel like that's the thing with coming off the bike, like your legs feel like they're jelly, so you're pushing way harder than you ever would. So, oh my god. I ran a sub 25 minute 5K. Have I ever done that? No, surely I didn't PB that. That doesn't make any sense. I just PB'd my 5K. What? I just PB'd my 5K after an hour on the bike. Okay guys, it has been a little minute since I was sat on that bike and doing that run. I have come back and got ready because I'm going to a friend's birthday, but I finished that off by going and diving headfirst into the ocean, and then I sat on the beach for like 25 minutes, and I was like, mornings like this are the mornings that I like dreamt of before I moved here, and it filled my cup. I think that's the best way to describe it. Like, my cup is so full, and I'm sure my morning this morning was probably some people's idea of hell, doing a cycle then doing a run, but I just loved it. Like, I actually have had the best morning, and like that's the perfect start to my weekend. I did also PR my 5K. I got a PB, PR, PB, same thing. I got a PB on my 5K run. That is the fastest 5K I've ever done, and I did that after an hour and 20 minutes on the bike, and my legs did not feel like legs. So I'm just questioning now like what I'm actually capable of doing, and I think I've held back on my speed a lot because of my hip, but now I'm in a really good place. It's just showing that like I have so much more in the tank than I feel like I'm capable of, and I feel like training for this triathlon is truly showing me that. It has made me feel so confident because I'm like, okay, like I'm actually like capable of like a lot more than I tell myself, and I'm showing up for myself week in, week out, and showing up for myself for my nutrition and my rest and my recovery, and it's just making me feel really good. And I think this just goes to show with me, I thrive when I'm in routine. I thrive when I'm ticking the boxes, and when I'm fueling myself properly, and when I'm getting enough rest. That is truly when I feel my best. So feeling really proud of myself. I have got one more swim session to do tomorrow morning, but like I said earlier in the week, it's just a little splish splash, so it's gonna be a nice one. And the next video on my channel, I'm either gonna be a triathlete or I will have drowned. So let's hope it's option A, not option B. But next week's video is going to be up on the Monday because I want to include the triathlon in it, and it's on a Sunday morning, so I won't have time to edit and cut everything because I will literally be in the ocean as this should be going live. So yeah, please bear with me next week till Monday. I'll get it up for you. Let's all keep our fingers crossed for no sharks, no drowning, and for a speedy sprint triathlon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you the week after next.